Once upon a time in the North Pole, Santa Claus was preparing for Christmas alongside his jolly team of elves. Among his friends was Frosty, a lively snowman who had been brought to life by the magic of Christmas. Frosty was known for his infectious laughter and his talent for creating the most beautiful snowflakes. One particularly frosty evening, a fierce snowstorm swept across the North Pole. The wind howled, and the snow fell so heavily that it was almost impossible to see. Frosty, who loved playing in the snow, decided to venture a bit too far from Santa's workshop. He didn't realize that the storm was getting stronger and more dangerous. As the hours passed, Santa noticed that Frosty was missing. He immediately gathered his elves and reindeer. "We must find Frosty," Santa declared, his voice filled with concern. "He won't be able to find his way back in this blizzard." With Rudolph leading the way with his bright red nose, Santa and his team set out into the storm. The wind was biting, and the visibility was almost zero, but Santa's determination never wavered. They searched high and low, calling out for Frosty. After what seemed like hours, they finally heard a faint voice. "Help!" It was Frosty. Santa followed the sound and found Frosty trapped in a deep snowdrift, shivering and barely able to move. Santa's heart ached at the sight of his friend in such a state. "Hang on, Frosty. We're here to save you," Santa shouted. With the help of his elves and reindeer, they carefully dug Frosty out of the snow. Santa wrapped his arms around Frosty, sharing his warmth. "You're safe now, my friend." Frosty smiled weakly, grateful to be rescued. "Thank you, Santa. I thought I'd be stuck there forever." Santa and his team guided Frosty back to the warmth of the workshop. Once inside, Mrs. Claus prepared a hot cocoa for everyone, and the elves gathered around to hear about Frosty's adventure. As Frosty sipped his cocoa, his strength returned, and his smile grew brighter. "Frosty," Santa said, placing a hand on his shoulder, "you're an important part of our Christmas family. We would never leave you behind." Frosty nodded, tears of joy in his eyes. "I know, Santa. Thank you for saving me. I'll be more careful from now on." The workshop buzzed with activity as everyone returned to their preparations for Christmas Eve. Santa's rescue mission had reminded everyone of the power of friendship and the importance of looking out for one another. As Christmas Eve arrived, Santa and Frosty shared a special moment. "This year, we'll deliver even more joy," Santa said, smiling at Frosty. "Together." Frosty nodded, his heart full of gratitude and happiness. He knew that no matter what challenges came their way, they would always have each other's backs. And so Santa and Frosty set off on their magical sleigh, delivering gifts and spreading cheer to children all around the world, their bonds stronger than ever. The story of Santa and his snowman friend became a cherished tale of friendship, bravery, and the true spirit of Christmas.